Welcome back to Small Problems, Big Laughs, Kid Life Crisis. Missed the first part? Check the link in the description and join the fun.
As well as limited access to sperm, the main reason I hadn't ejected other humans is because I'd been busy birthing 5 live comedy shows instead. I'd basically chosen a very different vocation to most of my mates. Comedian. It's a really odd job if you think about it too much. What do you do? Oh, I stand in a dark room while strangers watch me pour my soul out to them in order to try and make sounds come out of their mouths so I can try and make myself feel loved, validated and good enough. In 2012, I put a post on Facebook announcing my first Edinburgh Fringe show. On the same day, my friend posted that she was pregnant. Guess who got more likes? That's right. My pregnant friend for having sex without contraception. I got half the likes for announcing I'd written an hour-long show all by myself, which I'd have to perform 25 times in the world's biggest arts festival. I've managed to not get pregnant for 23 years. In fact, I've put a lot of effort into not getting pregnant. Imagine if I did a post about that every time. Hey guys, just to let you all know, I'm not pregnant again. At the same time, another friend also had unprotected sex and she got chlamydia. Weirdly, she didn't announce that one on Facebook. Yet, on another side note, as we're talking about babies, I've honestly always thought chlamydia would make a great girl's name. It sounds a bit posh, doesn't it?
Chlamydia! Get off your horse! Dinner's ready!
No, actually, no. No, chlamydia sounds like a character from a Greek tragedy who's chopped off her husband's penis and used it as a doorstop. I mean, basically, if you think about it, the biggest sexually transmitted disease is children. Back to the show analogy, which I think is very accurate. Me and my friend were both going to spend 9 months creating something. Our creations would cost us both thousands of pounds. Her in nappies, cots, prams and tenor ladies. Me in costumes, props, wine and £2,000 to rent a damp room in a student flat for a month. Her baby would be held up, photographed and splashed all over social media to rapturous responses.
He's
Beautiful.
gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Congratulations!
And the birth of my creation? My first production will be born to the sound of sporadic laughter. And helpful hints.
Get off!
Women aren't funny.
And comments such as,
Sorry, love, we're in the wrong show.
Excuse me, do you know where we can find puppetry of the penis?
and on top of that, my little festival baby would then get reviewed. And those reviews would be published for the world to see online forever. People don't really meet a new baby and give it an honest review, do they?
No, not for me. Looks like a mash-up of a Cabbage Patch Kid and Winston Churchill. We won't be back. 2 stars. Rita, Yorkshire.
Well, I thought he was really, really very selfish. The entire day revolved around him. He didn't listen to a word I said. Rude. John Leeds.
So, just like a parent, I was really proud of my creations, even the crap ones. I toured my shows in Australia, got an agent and starred in some sitcoms. Meanwhile, my friends were all getting married and having babies. Most of my earnings were going on hen nights, hotels and presents for couples and babies. Then something began to niggle at me. And it wasn't just the credit card debt from celebrating other people's happiness, or emails from pushy bridesmaids about the hen night.
Just a little passive-aggressive reminder. You still owe £6.25 for the extra glass of wine you had at the meal.
Also, who the hell was I going to marry? I'd had a string of relationships with utter knobheads, including a narcissist, an alcoholic, a panto star who dumped me for Cinderella, and a guy I lived with who ended it by email while I was at work. So kind. And then I hit 35 and friends, family and complete strangers started saying,
Why are you still single?
Are you too fussy?
Do you want me to set you up with my friend?
Do you want kids?
When are you having kids?
Are you one of those career women?
Or a mad cat lady?
Are you not maternal?
Do you hate kids?
Do you even have a womb?
Are you a witch?
hurtled towards 40, those questions turned into statements like,
You haven't got long.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Better hurry up.
You could adopt.
Never too late.
You'll change your mind.
Oh, it's different when it's your own.
Gay sperm donor.
Why don't you freeze your eggs?
why don't you all shut up? Then I start having these nightmares in which I'm a giant Alice in Wonderland. There's white rabbits tapping watches and flicking through Instagram with their paws, shouting,
Look how cute this baby is! Look how happy the parents are!
I'm reminding you, you haven't got long.
Really? How naive of me! God, I've been so busy having fun, it's just totally slipped my mind to meet someone I like enough to procreate with. Silly me, silly Anna. Must go out now and get sperm from a generic man I've just met, so I don't miss my chance, turn into a witch, breastfeed my cat, or end up with no one to put me in a care home and wipe my big spinster arse. But of course, I don't say that when people kindly remind me I'm about to become barren, because I'm not a sociopath and I'm British. So I just nod politely and say, yeah, I know, don't worry, I'm working on it. When I was 36, I was in the middle of a smear test when the nurse grimaced and said she was going to get a consultant. What the hell had she seen? Was there a baby winking at her? or a condom which had been there since 1997? So the consultant came back in, had a look and asked me if I had any children. Why? Was there a toy stuck up there? I told her I had no kids and she frowned and said, Do you want them? I panicked and said, I don't know, I'm single. What? Why? She then announced that my cervix was incompetent. Incompetent. Now, I'm not really sure what a competent one looks like, but apparently mine was just sort of sat there being incompetent. Like Boris Johnson in a Cobra meeting. Or Boris Johnson in any meeting. I mean, ironically, the only thing Boris is competent at is making babies. By the way, have you noticed how people never ask child-free men when they're having kids? Can you imagine?
Hey, James, when are you having kids, you childless tosser? Tick-tock, tick-tock. You've only got like 50 years, mate.
Anyway, back to my incompetent cervix. Incompetent, not because it hadn't been used for its full purpose, but apparently it looked a bit short, and that might be an issue if I was ever pregnant. She said it might need a stitch, as if my cervix was a maxi dress I was in danger of tripping up on. I told one of my friends, and she said hers had been described as retrograde, which I thought sounded quite cool. I love this idea that my other organs have their own personalities.
Miss Morris, I'm afraid our tests show that your liver is quite narrow-minded and your kidney is very sarcastic. In good news, you have a very amusing spleen which made the nurses laugh during the MRI.
Even though I had no friends left to live with, I was lucky enough to have my family's home, even though I had to deal with Mum's weird housekeeping rules. Always put the toilet lid down. Your dad does not like to see an open lid. And the posh bath mat is for decoration only. Do not stand on it. What? When I was back home, I bumped into an old school friend. She showed me pictures of her kids and I made all the noises you're supposed to. You know, they've got your eyes, etc. When she asked how many kids I've got, and I said none, her face dropped, and there was a very awkward pause. She looked at me like I just told her I've got no bumhole and I've never seen an episode of Friends.
Oh, right. Oh, never mind.
Now, this is a reaction which is now very familiar. I've had it at weddings, in Ubers, and even once at a funeral. Like when relatives at my sister's wedding kept coming up to me and saying, "You'll be next." I mean, imagine if it was okay to say that to someone at a funeral. I reckon my generation are a bit behind because apparently a third of millennials don't want children. Maybe the roles will be reversed in the future.
Anna, lovely to see you again. You look well.
Thanks. You look tired.
So, how's life? Have you got any children?
No.
Oh,
Thank you.
Don't miss out on the next part. Click the link in the description now. And if you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more laughter and entertainment.